Across the South Coast, live from Solent University, you're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon, it's 3 o'clock and I'm Ollie Howard with your Solent Sports News headlines. 5 Premier League teams are in action in the 4 FA Cup games tonight. Brighton and Hove Albion will face a trip to Stoke in the earliest of the 4 games, followed by Leicester City against Blackburn Rovers. High-flying Fulham host relegation-battling Leeds United at 7:30, whilst Pep Guardiola's Manchester City travel to Ashton Gate against Bristol City. Attention focuses on Southampton's tie versus Grimsby Town tomorrow, where Tom Humphrey has the latest.
Delight and despair on the same pitch at the same time. Leeds United celebrate, and a serious Southampton reaction is well and truly required.
Things haven't been going well for Southampton lately. The Saints sit rock bottom of the Premier League table following a defeat to relegation rivals Leeds last weekend. The FA Cup has offered a rare source of joy for the South Coast club though, with a place in the quarter-finals up for grabs against League 2 Grimsby Town on Wednesday evening. With the club in the middle of a relegation dogfight, is an FA Cup run a welcome distraction from the poor league form, or will the fixture congestion hinder any hopes of survival? We hit the streets of Southampton to find out what the fans would prefer, a walk down Wembley Way in May or staying in the Premier League.
Being off the FA Cup and trying to stay in the Prem, to be honest. I couldn't give less care about the FA Cup. I'd rather stay in the league, to be honest.
No, because I think they're going to go down regardless, so you might as well try and win a trophy.
Yeah, I'd rather stay in the league. I think it's more important to stay in the Premier League than win the FA Cup, because if we go down, they'll probably get back up for a few years.
While fan opinion is clearly divided, Ruben Sellers' side need to start winning games quickly. A cup win against Grimsby might just give them the momentum that they need to turn their league form around too.
In the recent hours, new Southampton manager Ruben Sellers answered questions at his latest press conference. Our sports correspondent Tom Wallace is currently outside St Mary's Stadium for the reaction. Over to you, Tom.
Thank you, Ollie. I'm stood here just outside the Itchen stand, and it's bitterly cold and windy, much like it will be for Southampton's FA Cup tie against Grimsby tomorrow night. Southampton have actually made the quarter-final stage in 3 of their last 5 seasons, and they also made the Carabao Cup semi-finals where they lost to Newcastle earlier this year. Ruben Sellers has just been speaking, and he's revealed that Mohamed Salisu and Shea Adams will remain sidelined for the tie, but apart from that, there is a fully fit squad to choose from. He also said that it gives the opportunity for them to show themselves and to compete, and he also wished it was them that was taking on Manchester United in the Carabao Cup final last Sunday. So yeah, Ruben Sellers is taking it seriously, and they're not going to jeopardise their league form.
Thanks very much, Tom. The FIFA Best Awards took place in Paris last night. Lionel Messi edged Kylian Mbappe to another trophy. This time it was the FIFA Men's Best Player Award. After winning Ligue 1 in his debut season with PSG and steering Argentina to World Cup success, Messi was the leading favourite to win the award. The England duo of Serena Wiegman and Mary Earps cleaned up in the women's section, winning both the women's coach and women's goalkeeper prizes respectively. Wiegman thanked women footballers in her speech for being the pulling force where the game is today.
Little girls have their idols, they have inspirations, and the development of the game, so many people across the world have worked so hard to get the game where it is right now. And I would like to thank the people for that, because that gives the fundament of the women's game.
In cricket, New Zealand beat England by 1 run last night to win the 5-day test in Wellington. England became just the 4th team in test history to lose after enforcing the follow-on. It was just the 2nd defeat England have experienced in 12 games under the leadership of captain Ben Stokes. Today, I'm joined by fellow journalist Liam Harding. Liam, what's the feeling around the England camp?
England are in good spirit after losing to New Zealand. It was England who stumbled at the line with Anderson, Feather and Wagner down the leg side to leave England 256, all out chasing 258. It was England's 2nd defeat in 12 games under captain Ben Stokes. He said, "To be a part of that game was amazing. That is what you play Test cricket for, to be in those moments." England's final Test match will be against Ireland at Lord's between the 1st and 4th of June this year.
Thank you, Liam. The Ski and Snowboarding World Championships in Georgia has gifted us the youngest world champion in history. 16-year-old Mia Brooks took gold in the snowboarding last night, just 3 months before she's set to sit her GCSE exams. The young Brit is already looking forward to more gold medal success at the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan. The teenager was in disbelief after her 91.38 scoring run.
I honestly feel like I'm gonna cry. I've never been so happy in my life. I can't even speak. I'm that happy. Yeah, I was at the top and my coach was just like, you know what, like if you want to win this, just try the 40. This is the first time I've stomped it, so I'm super happy.
In rugby, England fly half Marcus Smith has been left out of the training squad before next week's Six Nations match. They face France at the weekend, with George Ford returning to the squad for the first time in a year. Steve Borthwick, England's head coach, stated that the decision wasn't permanent and the door is open for his return.
We're not in test week. We're in a training camp week where I felt the best thing for Marcus is to get some game time. George has played for his club at the weekend, and I thought this was an opportunity for Marcus to go and play.
Former WBO professional flyweight champion Nicola Adams has said there are still too many barriers for females in boxing. Research shows that 2.4 million fewer women enjoy sport and physical activity than men, labelled by Sport England as the enjoyment gap. Adams says the inequality was something she battled with for much of her career and, while things have improved, the 40-year-old says much more can be done. Today, I'm joined by Boxing Social team member Lily Arthur to give more on an insight of Adams' comments.
Nicola Adams retired from boxing in 2019 after a successful career winning gold at London 2012 Olympics, as well as becoming a world championship in her professional career. Since then, Nicola is leading the line for the This Girl Can initiative, which aims to get more women involved in sport. Adams said that women have to face too many barriers when it comes to sport, but there are lots of organisations out there doing great work to support women who want to get involved.
The Spanish Grand Prix this year will run on a much faster circuit layout, with the final chicane replaced by 2 high-speed right-hand corners. F1 believes that the new layout will help improve the quality of the races. That's all from today, but I'll be back in an hour.